Hi guys, it's Rob. Welcome back to TeamSport Sheffield. Today we've got something slightly different for you. We're on a different layout. This is the Le Mans layout. So rather than a hairpin off to the left here, we actually make a left and then a right and then a left again. So we're using predominantly the top part of the track with only that small section of downstairs track being used. I was watching the group out before my session started and they were going reasonably quick by the looks of things, and we're doing low 33 second lap times, so that was my aim. I've not done this layout before, so it was a learning curve to see. So we're on to the first flying lap, and I know most of the layout. It's just this part here that I really need to try and learn the difference for, learn the new braking points. First lap completed is a 34.7. That's a good start for my aim for the 33s. Obviously felt the car was still understeering a little bit, so carried on trying to warm up the tyres. With the shorter out lap, you don't quite get as much warmth. This car hadn't been used in the previous session either, so that it's had time to cool down a bit. So we're into the first flag test. The yellow flag test, so we can keep moving, keep warming up those tyres, and hopefully not get caught out by this car that's going very slowly. Back to green, but obviously I've got a slow start to the lap now, so that's not going to work for me. But it doesn't matter, because we're into that red flag test anyway. So the flag test over. Let's complete the rest of this lap. See if I can get some quicker laps in as we go round. Get those tyres up to temperature while we're on a slower lap. This session had a group of 11 of us. Some were fast, some were less so. But we all managed to find ways around each other, which was quite nice actually. So there's two passed on that little chicane section there, and coming up the third one of the slower ones. Nice and cleanly passed. There's a bit of a gap ahead, so maybe I can get a full lap in, thinking this is a shorter lap. Now I know this layout, so I know I can just keep it bombed and keep it flat and keep it going. That car was one of the slow ones, and I hadn't seen it going that slowly. It did catch me out a little bit on the brakes there, but thankfully made my way cleanly round. So that's my target really, was that 33.5. So that's a good result already, but another group of cars ahead. The traffic on this session did actually become quite fun as I tried a few different lines to get through. Some of them took a little longer than others, but I did manage to pass everyone. So this was a group that took a little longer, but there was 5 of them, so that was to be expected. Still, even with the traffic at the end of that lap, that's a 33.8, that's respectable. So dive up the inside of one, try a little run out of two, but wasn't going to happen. But I try a line around the outside and actually hold that up, but no, we got the slow parts ahead and we've all got caught out on the brakes. So yeah, there were two cars that were particularly slow and was catching everyone out, but the rest of us did have some sort of pace to us. Didn't quite make it up the outside there, but a 38.9, that's kind of irrelevant on that traffic lap there. Just try and find a way through all of this traffic at the moment. We'll go around the outside on this one. Made that work quite nicely. Was quite happy with that one. Catch the next two very quickly. Just got to find that way through. I'm braking early just because so many of them are going quite slowly into that, so I wasn't quite sure what they were going to do and didn't want to catch them. This was clearly intent on passing the cart in front of it. So I have to think How can I line myself up here? We'll try around the outside again. Don't quite work. Didn't quite cut back enough either. So did actually catch the back of his cart, so a waved-handed apology. It was just a gentle tap though. That just shows you how slow some of those carts were going, and they caught me out. I had a spin. I think that's my first spin since I've been going to TeamSport, so it is what it is though, isn't it? It's the slow cart and the hard braking from the other two just caught me out too much there. Still, leaves me a bit of a gap, but I'm looking at that train going, I'm going to catch that again. So I slow it right down and I just pick my way past one. Have a think about trying to do something to get a run on this kart 22, but can't quite make it work there. They'll take each other out a bit there, give each other a nudge, but still can't see a way through. I'm thinking, let's go outside again. See if I can get the run, and I've got the run. I've got a run, and I slide it through on the inside up tight there. I was very happy with that one. Gave a little wave because I did think I cut them up slightly, but and got caught by another slow kart there. There was two of them, as I say. We all just managed to work our way around them. They were being fairly sensible and actually generally keeping to one side, which does work out well for them and for us. So I do a nice cut back there, get right alongside. He does try to put me into the tyres a bit. I think I'll stick another one around the outside, but it doesn't quite work that time. It's very slippy off that line. There's a lot of, I guess, old rubber, and it just becomes very slippy. I've got the run here, but I don't think there's anywhere I can go. Nope, give him a little nudge. 34.7, this guy's going reasonably quick. If I can find a way past even, I can pick up my pace a little bit. So I'll try another undercut there. It's not going to work, so I go sticking it around the outside again. But as I say, it just, you have to have a lot of speed difference. A little bit of contact through there. A little bit untidy, but I did get past. Not overly happy with the pass, but it's passed. I think these two were the two slow ones. So nice and easily passed. Try not to interfere with them too much. They were enjoying themselves still, even if they were going that much slower than everyone else. And that's what it's all about. So, clear space. Let's see if we can get that 33.5 down. But no, I've messed up that corner there. Just going in a little bit too hot. I tried a different seating position this time. So I kept my pedals on the same setting, but I went back one notch on the seat. And although it took me a little bit longer to get used to the brakes, and that may have just been the different kart as well, it worked out well, I think. I'm going to try it next time I go for the full length track as well, see how it compares. But generally I felt slightly more comfortable once I got used to the difference in brakes, because obviously I'm sitting that little bit further back. I've got to angle my foot a little bit better. So there you go, 32.3. That beat my expectations of a low 33. So that's a low 32. I'm very happy with that one. See how those slow cars are just keeping to one side. That's very helpful of them. This one is at 22. It's 23. Nice and easily passed. And that's my fastest lap there of the session, 32.213. Not a bad little layout this. I quite enjoyed. I do prefer the top half, and I do prefer, I guess my favourite section is actually the top two corners at the back where you are completely flat out. But this still made a good little fun layout, especially with the way that we were fighting through all the traffic. Yeah, it was definitely fun layout to do. Definitely enjoyed it. There's a spun out kart there, so we're under the yellows now. So this won't be a quick lap because we've got to keep it slow. I have slowed down a little bit more under the yellows. I know I don't slow down very much, but I do try to, particularly on this shorter circuit. I don't know why, I just felt that I needed to slow down a little bit more, but I will keep slowing down because that is what you are meant to do. And as long as you didn't catch a group of karts like this, fighting 3 abreast, it was generally a fast, fun session. Certainly got some highlights in this one. Did have to just dab the brakes there because he didn't know I was there, quite frankly. I don't know why I shook my head. I obviously thought he knew I was there, but there's no way he would have known that having watched the footage back now. Experimenting with some lines there to see if I can get a faster run out, but just got pushed into the tyres instead. Again, he didn't know I was on the outside, so there was no reason for him not to go quite so wide. He took a funky line in there, so I got a little run out. This time he must know I'm there. And he did. He gave me the space, I gave him the thumbs up, but he tried to race me into the hairpin. That won't work like that. Not on that line. I think I shook my head because I probably went a little bit fast through there and just probably ran a little wider than I wanted to. It wasn't a very tidy lap, that one. So I've got another kart just to try and have some more fun finding a way past. Actually, overall, this group of people it was one group plus me, and they were actually a really good group, very friendly, quite chatty at the end, and just generally quite a good group to be with. All gave each other space, all clean, fair racing. As you see, we've had no major flags, no major stoppages, so we've all had an enjoyable 15 minutes or so. A little bit of a nudge there, but that's again coming past these slow cars. I just raise my hand, just sit behind her, let her do what she wants to do, and I'll cut back. Didn't quite expect her to take the inside line there, but we got away with it. We got past. We got through. Now, 3 karts here. Are they going to go 3 abreast? I have to take to the side there because I was left with nowhere really to go because I had so much extra speed. Unfortunately, I did get a bit of a nudge there, but that's just the way that goes. Wasn't too happy about it, clearly. He knew I was there because he's the one that hit me, and still decided to drive like that, but whatever. We'll get on with it, we'll get past him. I got the no bumping board, I think that was. Or was that fastest lap? Not quite sure what board that was. I imagine no bumping because he bumped me, I'm not sure. But there we go, oh, a spin. But thankfully we were both quick to react and called our way out. He either didn't know I was there or decided to come across anyway. That's fine, we'll just take it. I will just find a way past eventually. Or maybe I won't, I'll just sit behind for the final timed lap. We're into a small yellow flag. So this is the difference between my speed under yellow flag and everyone else's speed under yellow flag. I actually think this yellow flag is for the end of the session. You can just see the marshal there with the checkered flag being waved. I'm making sure I don't pass this guy, but I am encouraging him to go a little bit quicker than he is. There's walking pace, and then there's this. Yes, you're meant to go walking pace, but when it is the end of the session like this, you could just go a little bit quicker. You know it's not because of an issue and there's no marshals on the track. I get bored when I go slowly. I do have a bit of a slide. Anyway, as always guys, thanks very much for watching. Please do like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and join us again next week for the second of this Le Mans layout session.